Hello everybody, good evening and welcome back to F1 Manager. It's been a little while since the last session, about 10 days I think. Such is life, eh? Hello Chan, welcome. Welcome. How has the day been? Not bad. Not bad. Lack of football is beginning to be an issue. Because if I don't play football, I don't do anything else. I just sit in the house. And I can't exercise because I've got an injured back / hip, which is getting better. So hopefully by Sunday I'll be back to normal. Can start to exercise again. Hello Ollie, hello Alex, welcome. KFC Trilogy Meal has increased by £1. Everything's going up in price. I'll get a mortgage just to do your weekly shop nowadays. Anyway, here we are at the Imola circuit in Italy, where we hope to continue the good momentum that we've had over the past 3 races, which has yielded a podium finish in every one. 2 1-2s out of 3, not bad at all. Catherine, Pete, welcome. Crazy Cunnut, welcome. So yeah, so a rare Thursday stream. So hello there. It's probably the first Thursday stream in months. So you've all been very blessed here. But I've done the practice, so all that is left for us to do today is to do the race, but before that, to do the qualifying. So we'll see where we qualify on the grid, and we'll see what happens here, see if we can continue that good momentum, that title push that we have. Nutella, puff, pastry, twist things. Yeah, the technical term. No, they actually just sound very delicious. I've just had my dinner, so that I don't have to faff about during the stream. And it was chicken curry, homemade chicken curry with whole grain rice. And it's a rather large portion. And for whatever reason, today I'm going through one of those days where you just eat and eat and eat. I've had crisps, I've had crackers with cheese. I mean, I only had soup for lunch, but still. I finished off my mini eggs Easter egg that I started eating in the party stream, and I've had just this big dinner. And then downstairs, with a cup of tea after the stream, there's either a choice of cherry cake, which may even have to go with a bit of custard, or butterfly buns, to just finish the day off in style, you know. Because I'm not having a good time, can't exercise, can't play football. I think I'm going through a crisis. So when people go through crisis, what do they tend to do? Tend to eat. So I'm eating, which indicates more than I am usually, which indicates to me I'm not quite 100% in the right headspace at the minute. I haven't tried the CK3 Game of Thrones mod yet, no. I'm going to wait now until I finish the CK2 series, I think. I'm not overly eager to play it, to be fair. It would have been fun to play it on the stream, but no. I might try it on a random stream. You know, if I finish, for instance, the stream of... when I finish the stream of Contraband Police, you know, in sort of 5-6 streams' time, before jumping into another side series, I might have a session of that just to try it out with yourselves, because I'll need some guidance because I haven't played CK3 for a long time. So that could be something to look forward to, I suppose. But yeah, in terms of playing it properly, I don't intend to. I'm really enjoying the CK2 version, so I'll stick with that for now. But anyway, right, so let's start with the qualifying. Of course, we've got Lewis, we've got Lando here, both setting up their cars. Lando with a 100% setup, first time of asking, clearly is in the mood to kick ass in Imola. Lewis took 2 attempts to get to 96%. I've changed the car parts, remember to do that. So let's go, let's qualify. Hopefully get into Q2 and Q3 without too much issue. And let's see where we qualify in the end. It's going to be very quiet to start with. So we're going to send both of our cars out relatively early. In fact, quite early. Before the traffic gets too busy. So only up until maybe about 6-7 races ago, I didn't realise that they actually give you the predicted time that your cars will be on the hot lap. So there's the out lap time, there's the hot lap time, there's the in lap time. So you can estimate roughly how heavy the traffic's going to be based on this little graph here. So we should be hitting our hot lap when the traffic is just starting to pick up. So we shall see. Right then. So it's important to get a good qualifying here because this track is very, very difficult to overtake on. Very difficult to overtake on in real life and in the game too. I seem to remember from our first season here. So Lewis Hamilton is leading the charge going into the first set of qualifying runs here. Just want those cars to stay still for now. Don't want them coming out. And we're on a hot lap now, do we? No, we don't. We want them to stay right there.
Just push. Yep.
For whatever reason, the pause isn't working properly here. This is the second time that's happened to me. Okay, let's go. Yep, they're all staying put, which is really good. Yes, there will be a DRS train of epic proportions today, I feel.
Maximum pace.
There is only one DRS zone, though, so we might be able to break the toe. We'll see. So in addition to all the sort of lower back hip issues, it's not as bad today, but you might be able to tell my voice is slightly different. Or maybe not, I don't know. It was definitely more noticeable yesterday, because my friend was like, something wrong with your throat again, isn't there? Like, yeah. Tonsillitis. I had it twice. Last June, last November. Now my tonsils are swollen again. Third time in less than a year. It's not as bad as it was the previous two times. So I've just used a bit of antiseptic spray this time and gargled with some antiseptic wash, which seems to have helped. So I'll do it again tonight. But something is not right with the back of my throat, I tell you. 3 times. F1 is back next week. It was a 4-week break, so that's gone. I think that's gone pretty quickly. Azerbaijan, is it not? Right, so Lewis Hamilton pops in a 114.9, and Norris pops in a 114.9, and Leclerc pops in a 114.7, as you would expect. This is one of the home races for Ferrari, of course, being Italian and based. And they are looking pretty swift here, which makes a change because they've been a little bit off the pace. Especially Leclerc, first 3 races of the season, hasn't he, if you remember? Max has been the main challenge for us. The Ferraris, particularly Leclerc, has always been behind us. So for him to be a tenth and a half faster than us both, and we both had a clear run there, will be filling the Ferrari fans with a lot of hope for this one. Anyway, let's speed this up because we are done. Hello Joe, welcome. So just the 1 lap required in Q1, hopefully just the 1 lap required in Q2, and then we can sail through to Q3 quite quickly without burning through any tyres. And where is the Ferrari of Sainz and the Red Bulls? Perez getting 3/10 slower there. It's always difficult to know whether they hit traffic or not in these early runs. The more definitive runs will be the ones where they all go out in a train at the end. Verstappen, very close. So less than 2/10 separates the top 4. So it's pretty close at the top, as it always has been so far this season, which really indicates the urgency for a good development of the car in season this season. Speaking of which, we have more parts coming in a month's time. Must have been rapid flim flam. It was pretty rapid, to be fair. You didn't miss anything. I don't think we discussed much, to be honest. Just I've got things to do. I will dive into racing here. Right, so we've got Charles Leclerc 114.6, Max on a 114.8, and we got 114.9s. That's a very quick time. That's like 3/10 quicker. That is pretty swift. So Charles is finally being given a kick up the backside, I think, by the Ferrari hierarchy. He's like, what the hell are you doing, man? You're the world champion, you bloody stupid fool. Get your foot down, man. And he's like, oh, sorry about that. I thought I'd give him a head start. I won the championship so easily last season. What I thought I'd do is I thought I'd handicap myself for the first 3 races a little bit. Just, I'm a bit slow. And then I'll put my foot on the gas, give them all a head start. That's what I'm doing. Ah, very good plan. We shall see if that's true. But anyway, that was a pretty swift and easy path through. Now we do the same again. Using a second set of new tyres, 2 brand new sets for qualifying. We'll have a brand new set for the race too if we need it. The race strategy is going to be medium onto hard, one-stop race for certain. So that also makes it a very dull affair around here. Difficult to pass, DRS train syndrome, and only one stop. So everybody's doing exactly the same strategy. Can't see this being the hive of excitement, but you never know, do you? That's the joy of F1. Sometimes the unexpected happens.
And Lando, radio check, radio check.
Let's pause it, and it gets ooh, the traffic will start to come out quite soon here.
Should be green.
But we're going to send Lando out first this time. And then Lewis as well. Get ourselves out. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Busy weekend this weekend. I'm off to London for the main gaming convention, tabletop gaming convention in London. It's the big one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the 50th anniversary of this gaming convention, so it's going to be a big turnout, I think. But to get there, I have to set off at 4:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. I was like, oh my god. Right, let's put that to balanced. And off we go. What's the name of the convention now? Can't remember. Salute, that's what it's called. Just came to me. At the moment, Battletech. I'm rubbish with names. Battletech, I think it's called. That's the game that we're playing at the moment. Right, Norris, let's go for attack, let's go for push, let's go for deploy. Everybody's staying in the pits. No, somebody is ambling out of the pits right about now. They better just amble themselves away from us. That's what I gotta say. Right, here we go. Norris will pass this car before it exits the pits. Hamilton's going to be... oh no, he's not going to pass... oh, is he going to pass the car? Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way! Well, that was close. We'll have to ride on board with Lewis because I want to assess how much he's slowed down by this car. Okay, let's go. So that's the Tamburello chicane, I believe. Coming up now to the Villeneuve chicane. And this is a bad place to catch a car. Get out of the way! Thank you. I like how the curbs are coloured in the colours of the Italian flag there. Right, anyway, so Lando Norris coming down to... I memorised these corners for the first season, but I've completely forgotten them now. Aqua Minerale, Tosa, Rivazza. I think Rivazza's the double left here. That might be Aqua Minerale, maybe. I can't remember. I remember the names of the corners, but I don't remember which ones are which. I think Tosa's the one after the second chicane. Anyway, so here's Lando Norris coming round for his hot lap for Q2, which should be more than enough to get him into Q3 without too much of a stress. The joys of having a fast car. 1:15.0, that's slower than his Q1 run, which is disappointing. Here comes Lewis, 1:14.8, which is faster than his first qualifying run in Q1. So mixed fortunes for the two drivers here. It's looking unlikely that we're going to get pole compared to the times that Charles Leclerc set, but you never know. If we go out at the end of Q3 when the track is rubbered in and high grip, we might get an extra tenth out of our time if we set up our laps perfectly. But we'll see. We'll see. And as I said, qualifying is quite important here. Difficult to overtake. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Verstappen goes a little bit quicker once again. We're just waiting for Leclerc is 9/10 of a second off the pace, hampered by traffic, you've got to imagine, or making a mistake. He has got to nail his second qualifying run, otherwise his fast lap in Q1 was for naught. Hello, Dark Phoenix. Don't worry, you can still join us. All you need to know is where we finish in this particular race. It's fine. We can keep you abreast of the championship standings as we go through the race. Lewis Hamilton's at the top of the tree, so you need to know. Right, Leclerc does indeed go fastest again. So the Ferrari of Leclerc is looking like it is dialed into the circuit. Another 1:14.6. Nobody's been able to get any... Well, Max is getting a little bit closer to that. But as far as we're concerned, I can't see us pulling out a 1:14.6. Lando is the 6th fastest car out of the top 6, which puts him the slowest car out of the top 3 teams, which is a little bit worrying for this particular race, because we're not going to be able to pull a strategic masterclass unless there's any safety cars, but you never know. You never know. Right, let's do it. It's Q3, folks. This is where it matters. All that was just to get through. This is where it matters. Maybe they were saving themselves for this very moment. Let's find out. Estimated pole time is going to be 1:14.6. We need to up our game here. We're a little bit off the pace in this race. Those next upgrades can't come fast enough. Let's manage qualifying 3. Of course we shall. Right, so we're going to go out straight away. Hamilton going out first. We're going to put Norris out second.
Okay, so that's a green light.
There's a Mercedes ambling down in front of us, unfortunately. But we'll soon pass that on the track. Oh dear. Why is that the case? Okay, I'm going to try burning off even more fuel now. I'm going to try and do everything I possibly can to get a decent time here. So we're going to burn off as much fuel as possible. I don't want to break down before we get back into the pits for our outlap, but ultimately burn off as much fuel, get the tyres nice and hot. Going to be the target here. Got Ferrari coming out of the pits. That's going to be hampering us on our hot lap, I feel. So Hamilton coming up to this chicane here, and now into the final sector of the lap. We're no doubt going to have some issues with traffic on this hot lap here. Not just one car to pass, but more than one. So it is rather irksome, but hey, it's the nature of the beast. Lando Norris.
And let's push.
Coming in. Coming in. Let's go attack. Let's go deploy. So here he is, Lewis Hamilton. We shall follow him for this one, and then we'll follow Lando for the next one, but this is not going to be great because we have got traffic and there's not that many straights to this track, so we're bound to be slowed down at some corner or another. Tamburello taken flat out now until we reach the next chicane. The left-right chicane here coming up to the corner of Tosa. Slip out, slip is... That's slowing it, yeah. Well, that's right, former team. That's right. Who are you? Is that Russell? Probably Russell. No, it's Ricard. Oh, Daniel. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're getting my way, Sonny Jim. So Hamilton's time's been compromised, which is a crying shame. But never mind. We've got one more lap. He's got to do it all or nothing on his second lap. We've got Russell now coming up to Ricciardo too. Former teammates last season, of course. Lewis is now also coming up to the back of a Ferrari, which is a pain in the backside, as the Ricciardo's Mercedes weaving to get heat into the tyres, wants to get off the racing line. He does. That's not going to slow us down, so a clean lap actually for Lando, just the one slowdown for Hamilton. A 1:15.1, yeah, it slowed down. Definitely slowed us down, that one. That's not good. Lando Norris.
Think about increasing lift and coast just
Lando Norris, full speed ahead. 1:14.8. That's best time for Lando, but still 2/10 off the pace.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Okay, so Hamilton's going to have to really lift it. Another 1:14.6 for Leclerc. No other car has touched a 1:14.6. No other car has gotten close. No other car's got within a tenth of it, and Verstappen is still not within a tenth of it. That's got to be pole position for Charles Leclerc on that one. You've got to feel. Right, we've got 2 minutes and 50. We're going to use automatic mode this time and see if that yields anything different for us. We're going to let them go, let them pass. Send Norris out first. And Hamilton goes out. We're going to have them on automatic. Let's see what the AI can do with warming the tyres up on this one. And we're going to go to regular speed now. And we're going to go to see the split times. So riding on board with Lando Norris as he's going to cross the line and basically see if he can improve on his time. It's his best time in qualifying so far, but he's got 2 more tenths to find to get onto the pole position. He's got 700ths to find if he wants to get on the front row. Front row is much more possible, but still a tough ask. Coming up to the end of the first sector here. Are we faster? The timing screen seems to have bugged out. Hamilton is faster. Not a surprise, simply because that was a sector where he was blocked. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of sectors here. But Perez hasn't improved his time, has he? I can't remember. Sainz hasn't improved. Oh, Sainz has improved his time. Okay, Leclerc not gone any quicker. Verstappen has gone quicker. Look at that. Oh, 300ths of a second slower than Charles Leclerc. Norris's timings is not working. Lewis is faster in the second sector too. He wasn't blocked in this sector, so this is looking good for a decent improvement. Not sure what's happening with Lando here, but we'll see as he crosses the line. Will he get anywhere near? He's got 2 tenths. It's a big ask, but hey, it could be possible. Nothing. And here comes Lewis Hamilton. Oh, third and fourth. We'll take that. We shall certainly take that. Sea bass. Not a big fan of that fish, other than haddock and cod. Right. We'll get darker outside soon, so I'll have to shut my blinds. I thought I'd have natural light to start the stream today, because it's been a lovely day. 15 degrees, sunny. Sun has been shining in all day, which heats the room up. I've had to open the windows. It's been that warm today in here. So in qualifying trim, Mr. Leclerc is the fastest man in every qualifying session, which bodes well, but will he be as quick in the race? So as he was getting slower every session, Max was getting quicker every session. So, interesting indeed. The McLarens, Lewis getting quicker everyone, and Lando a bit up and down. But ultimately, 3rd and 4th is a good result, and we're just going to have to see what happens in the race.
It's time for the final touches.
Righty-ho. Righty-ho. Strategy time. Strategy time. Very simple. There we go. Medium onto hard. It's the age-old strategy. Why change the habit of a lifetime? Okay, there you go. That's and it is the fastest strategy. Just checking. So, driver options off the line. We're going to push, of course. Push like there's no tomorrow. See if we can get ahead in that first couple of corners or so. But we'll, yeah. If not, we'll just have to cling onto the back of their wings and hope for the best, because they are looking mightily quick, Leclerc and Verstappen here today.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement. The crowd
no rain expected. The lights are on. Here we go. The start of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix is about to be go. The lights didn't even hold for that long. We're off. We're racing. P3 for Hamilton, P4 for Norris. And it looks like Hamilton has got the slipstream on the Ferrari, which is dragging him past the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. P2 for Hamilton. He's made it stick, but he's not. Oh, he's not quite. He's not quite. Look, we've got a nice view of this little battle from Norris's perspective. No, okay, he's still. Oh, look at that, coming into Tosa now. Hamilton's got the inside line. He should be able to stick this now, and he does. He's in second, 3rd place for Verstappen, and Norris is in 4th. Already the Ferrari of Sainz is already dropping off this pace. Hamilton is just taken over Leclerc for the lead. Hang on, folks. Let's ride off board. And he's up into P1. P1 from P4 to P3 to P1. Lewis Hamilton is in the lead of the race. Let's take another look at that one.
Now just take a look at the
hangs it around the outside, takes the momentum, puts him to the inside, and sweeps on through.
Gaining a position there. Oh,
fantastic work there by the 7-time world champion, as Lando Norris has just got past.
Nice job.
Has just got past Max Verstappen, and he's now looking like he's making a move on Leclerc. Look at that one.
Look. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Inside of the chicane, power down, and up ahead of Max Verstappen. Oh, we're liking the look of that. Right, let's carry on. So, lap 1, eventful for the McLaren boys, and now Lando Norris. No DRS just yet, but hey, he might not even need it. Right, we're going to turn the tyres down to standard at this point, and to balance, we might as well get into our routine, get into our rhythm, and go for it. Right, come on. Some good momentum. Just going to keep Lando a little bit on push for a little bit longer here. Can he get past up the inside here? No. Ooh, not quite. It looks like we're just about settling now. Might be settling his jink. Oh, hang on. We've got a good run here. We have got a good run, but I thought we were going to get him there, but we seem to have checked the momentum. Let's keep going. Hamilton 1.4 seconds ahead already. He is on the charge here. As we now look, is he going to do the same thing that he did to Max Verstappen? Let's have a look now. Outside, which turns to the inside. Power down, momentum. Get the momentum. Come on, and yes he does. Yes he does. Nice work indeed. Turn that down, and it's a 1-2 for McLaren here. It's a 1-2. Oh, the battery! That's why we're pulling away. I forgot to turn the battery down for both of them. Oh my god.
DRS has been
I
enabled.
forgot to turn the battery down. Oh, never mind. We don't need it. It's fine. We'll hope for a safety car to recharge it. No wonder he's pulling away. Right. We're going to be in a bit of a pickle here.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
Just a slight pickle. Maybe we should have Lando Norris hold them all up. Should we compromise Lando's race and ask him to hold up the opposition? It's a bit early for that, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. Right, we are going to be in trouble when it comes to the DRS now. But hey, we can enjoy first and second for the time being, okay? Leclerc is already stalking us here. So it's Hamilton from Norris. Leclerc's in third, Verstappen's in fourth, and already a gap to the Ferrari of Sainz and Perez. The second driver, Perez. Sainz, well, usually is the slower driver of the two. There, let's have a look here. This is going to be dangerous now. Oh, look at the pace difference. Look at that pace difference. But is he going to make it stick? Lando taking his car nice. Make it wide, sir. Make it nice and wide. There you go. That is the only place on this track you get DRS. So at least for another lap, we maintain first and second. We like what we're seeing. Difficult track to pass on. Got to make it count. But Verstappen is in fourth, Sainz fifth. Russell, lead Mercedes. The black Mercedes this season, back to black, is in P6. Perez has dropped down to P7 whilst we've been talking. And Ricciardo in P8. Alonso in ninth, just about clinging on to the back of that DRS train, and Gasly is the head of his own little train in P10. On board with the race leader as Norris is going to have to defend against Leclerc here. He's got a mirrors full of a prancing horse behind. As we come once again into the pit straight, we'll ride on the rear wing of Lando this time, as we will see the speeding Ferrari. But this is where Norris edges to the edge of the track there to make his McLaren nice and wide, and I can't see Leclerc passing. We're going to give Lando some engine pushing there, and that's fine. He's just about managed to fend off Leclerc on that occasion. It was tight,
Big lift.
but we're still ahead. This is going to be a long day in the office if we're going to have to defend every bloody lap, isn't it? I seem to recall last season we had lap after lap of defending and we went backwards, so we're not going to hopefully not going to defend too heavily here, because it could be more of a hindrance than a help. But we're in P2 and we are not going to rescind this position without a fight, that is for sure. Hamilton 1.6 ahead of his teammate. Seems to be comfortable. He's got fuel to play with. Doesn't got ERS, but he's definitely got fuel. Tyre life looking good. We can push these tyres a little bit. So Lewis is looking relatively comfortable right now, as once again we ride on board with Charles Leclerc. Down the pit straight to start lap 7. Does it just me, or does it seem a little bit further back this time? Definitely got a massive speed differential, but he keeps catching Lando at the point where Lando is at the edge of the track, which checks his own momentum. So, you know, we'll take that every lap, Leclerc. We'll take it. If you're not gonna change your strategy to try to overtake, then we are not going to be upset about that. That is for sure. Meanwhile, Verstappen is watching this happening, probably thinking to Charles, can you just get past? I can't get past you because you've got DRS, so I'm screwed. So until you get past, I can't get past. Otherwise, we're just going to be sat like this for the next 15 laps until our pit stop strategy. Not a problem. You sit like that. Music to my ears. Complete and utter music to my ears. Right. So, yes, Hamilton is naturally pulling away from Norris. So Hamilton seems to be the quicker driver on these tyres, on this track, at this precise moment. So we are not slowing them down purposefully, it is just happening naturally. Right, Leclerc does seem closer this time. Yes, he is. Which means he might overtake us because he will be catching us not at the same point. Or maybe he is. Oh, yeah, there you go. Same point again. And Lando just needs to drive his car nice and steady. Park his car on the apex of those corners and say to Charles, you're going to have to drive around the outside of me, buddy. You want to pass me? You're going to have to go around the outside. My McLaren's not going to give you an easy job of overtaking today. Sector 1, we've got an incident. We've got an incident. It looks like, is it Russell? Is it Ricardo? Somebody's had a bit of a running wide, I think.
Look at that! They've run
It
wide.
was Russell.
Let's have a look. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just
Oh,
running
dear,
off.
dear.
Oh,
Far
oh!
wider than they would have wanted.
And it looked like he may have lost 2 positions there, possibly. No, he kept the position on Ricardo. So he lost 1 position going wide there, did Russell. Releases Sergio Perez, who's now on the prowl, hunting down Carlos Sainz. As the battle rages on between the Red Bulls and the Ferraris, as will probably be the case for most of the season. Leclerc still harassing, hounding, hunting Lando Norris here, as Hamilton now 2.2 seconds ahead as we approach lap 8. DRS opens. Norris and Hamilton with no ERS to defend on this straight due to misuse in the first couple of laps. But they don't need it at this. Oh, hang on, we've got it going again. We've got it going again. We've got it going again. Lando, go, 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 go. That's it, sir. Oh, don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Not on my watch.
Be careful with this tyre.
Oh. Close, but no cigar. You almost feel like that was almost an act of desperation there. At what point does Leclerc get desperate? I mean, this is probably his best chance to win a race this season. First 3 races, he's been off the pace. This race, clearly on the pace. Qualified on pole, fastest lap every qualifying session. He knows he's got the car to win this race, but he's hampered. He's stuck. He's stuck behind Norris, and whilst he's stuck behind Norris, Hamilton is eking a gap. So at what point do you start to think to yourself, I need to make a lunge, I need to make a move, I need to force the issue? Probably not on lap 8, but you never know. We ride on board with Norris. Rear view. He's coming from further back this time. Looks like we're going to have to go push again. Aggressive again. Oh, come on, Lando. Come on, Lando. Come on, Lando. Do not give him an inch. Do not give him a quarter. Do not yield. Do not yield. Coming up to Tosa, left-hander. Side by side almost here. He has to make it stick. He does make it stick. And once again, that was probably the closest, though, that Charles has got to us, to passing. Sector 1 got another incident. At this point, it's clear to the naked eye that Lando Norris is indeed slowing down Leclerc and Verstappen here.
Okay, copy.
But we're happy with that. We're happy. Make your car as wide as you possibly can. That's all you have to do. We could micromanage this to help get back some ERS, because in the twisty parts of the circuit we can harvest and then deploy on this straight to make it even more secure for us. But to say we've not got straight line speed, we're doing pretty decent here. We're doing pretty well. As Lando continues to remain ahead. He's doing a solid teammate job. You are completely right, he is indeed. He is doing a sterling job keeping the cars behind at bay. I mean, clearly he's faster than Sainz. Well, Sainz can't keep up with this, but he's slower than these two. So you know, if he was to finish fourth in this race, that would be where he would be where he should finish on pure pace by the looks of it. But as Murray Walker always used to say, or said a few times, I'm sure, passing is one thing, catching is one thing, passing is quite another. And clearly this track is not conducive to passing, which is fantastic, because if this was somewhere like Australia with 3 DRS zones, these guys would have passed us a long time ago. Right, we're riding on the rear wing again of Lando as Charles Leclerc will be making another attempt. The DRS opens, you can see the wing, you can see the gap in the rear wing. Okay. Take your car wide, Lando, take your car wide, that's it. Okay. Don't let him up the inside. That's fine, that's fine. And he... Ooh, that's fine. So let's look at the tyre wear situation of our opponents. Okay, they're similar. Got a few people on hard... Oh, that's why Sainz can't keep up, because he's actually on the hard tyre, so he will be on the faster tyre for the second stint. That's interesting. Makes sense then, why he's a little bit slower. I just thought he was slow. Russell on the medium, Perez on the hard. Looks like Russell's got back past Perez again. But don't forget, Russell was behind Perez when he went off, but Perez is now behind Russell. Clearly because, again, he's on the slower hard tyre. Danny Rick on the hards too. P8, Alonso, P9. Bottas way back there. Hamilton in a land of his own right now. Just like the good old days of 2020, 2019, where he was just on a Sunday drive. Nobody to see. Many times. No longer the case, of course. Right, it's Verstappen's time to coast through every race. But hey, such as F1, it's a cyclical thing. Teams rise and then they fall, and then maybe rise again in the future. Right, this needs to happen again. We need to go again. We need to go again, Lando. We need to push. Push, push, push. Push, 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 push. Pushy, 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 push. Big push. Up the inside here.
100% pace, 100% pace.
100% pace, Lando. Come on, what are you doing? Can't be having any overtakes happening. No, there we go. Nicely done.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
There we go. Whew. That was close. He will probably get past on one of these laps. You've got to imagine, surely. Okay, look how close Leclerc is this time. Is this the closest that he has been? It could well be. It could be. Here we go. He might pass us before we get to that kink, which would be bad news for us. No. He kind of... I'm noticing. He gets the DRS. He gets the momentum. But then he... I shouldn't really pause it, to be fair. He gets the momentum.
100% pace
and then
now.
when he reaches his top speed, he can't get any closer. He kind of almost maxes out. Oh, this is looking bad now, though. This is looking like the closest that he has been to getting past. But Lando always has the inside line when it comes to this corner, and then can power out and make it count. But there we go. But this is becoming much more of a battle for Lando here to keep ahead of this clearly much quicker Ferrari. Lando's trying every trick in the book here. He's always going to have to try every trick in the book to keep ahead, you feel. Right, bear with me, folks. Whilst the race is going on, I'm just configure my camera just to put a bit more extra light into the situation for now. There we go. Okay. Right, okay, so we are once again on the pit straight, lap 14 of 63, and look, it gets to this kind of speed and then maxes out, and we're going to go again with the aggressive and the push. We're going to do it. We're going to do it early this time.
Confirm.
In preparation. There we go. Don't need to bury this time. And Leclerc shouldn't be making a move here. He's too far back. Okay, perfect. Sainz continuing to fall back on those harder compound tyres. Russell a further 3 seconds back there. Perez is hounding Russell here, dragging Ricciardo and Alonso with him still. So yeah, not much change in the order, it's got to be said, but we did predict this, didn't we? We did predict this was going to be the case. The main action really is here, and if this wasn't happening, we'd be fast forwarding this at this point. But because of this, because it's close, we can't risk it. Because as soon as Leclerc is released ahead of Norris, he will gain on Hamilton, and we want to make sure that that does not happen for as long as possible. As look at this, look at this. He's now almost passing us into the corner before the straight. Really is. A much quicker car right now, and it looks like he's got. Oh, this is the closest he is, but oh, he's got it now. He's finally got it done. There's no defending that, I'm afraid. There's no defending that.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It does matter, clearly. Matters greatly, and we're not going to get DRS on this this car until the pit straight, so that could be a struggle. Oh, you're Aston Martin, right? Yeah. Well, can we keep within the second by the time we get to the pit straight? I hope so, because that'll keep us ahead of Verstappen, because we'll get DRS, you see. We're not falling away that quickly, so this is positive. I'm just going to watch this gap now from Leclerc to Hamilton, currently at 3.5. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for the rest of this race. But yeah, we're staying within 0.6. That's the DRS line that we just crossed, so we'll get DRS, which means we'll manage to stay ahead of Verstappen because we get DRS too. It'll mean that we get closer to the back of Leclerc, but not close enough to pass clearly, which is perfectly fine. Now, we don't have the same luxury that we did in Australia. In Australia, we had the luxury of riding in a DRS train and turning our tyres, or cooling our tyres, conserving our tyres, lifting and coasting, conserving our ERS, if you remember. And then that meant we had a massive surplus of fuel. We could push the tyres really hard. We could put the deployment on when we needed it at the back end of the race. We can't do that here because of the fact that there's only one DRS zone. If we do start doing that, I reckon by the time we get back around to the pit straight, we'll fall a second behind. So we can't conserve like we did in Australia when there were 3 DRS zones to be able to enjoy that kind of preservation. So we kind of have to continue to drive in a neutral fashion. And that means that we get DRS again, and we can use that to keep us in touch with Leclerc. So if Leclerc does indeed gain on Hamilton, it will kind of drag us with him. But he's not gaining like a train, is he? Was 3.5, now 3.4. If we look at the lap times, we can see that he's a tenth quicker. The tyre wear is identical. Could be close, this one, you know. I reckon coming in early with Hamilton will be beneficial. I think an undercut here might be good. So we want to make sure that we come in before the cars behind us. Maybe get a lap on fresher tyres. Pull out a bit more of a gap. Possibly. Well, at this point, I don't think we're going to see much action. We are stuck in a DRS train now in Norris. Hamilton is out in front. Gaining Leclerc at a slowish rate, so we're going to go 2-speed. We're coming in for our pit stop around about lap 21, 26, 27. So we've got a bit of time to play with here. Looks like Norris is actually... Hang on just a second here. Looks like Norris is looking a bit frisky. Feeling a bit frisky here. We might be able to get back ahead. All of a sudden Norris is thinking, you know what, I'm not done with P2 yet, buddy. Let's ride on board. Let's see what happens next lap. We might want to start to push again. I thought he was faster and we were just going to stick behind, but it looks like we might have a sniff of getting past. After all of Leclerc's efforts to get past us, could you imagine if we swoop on past after about 5 laps? Right, so to prepare for the manoeuvre, we are going to go aggressive, to come out of the corner with as much momentum as possible. We're going to reduce lift and coast to get on the power as soon as possible. We have no ERS unfortunately, but hey, we may not need it. So coming now down to the last couple of corners, left followed by left, on the power, DRS open. Let's see if Lando Norris can make a move on the Ferrari here. Let's see. Come on, drink out. Drink out. Don't do what Leclerc did. Don't follow in Leclerc's class of overtaking. There we go. He's swooping around the outside. He's swooping around the outside. Power down, Lando. Come on. Come on, you can do it, Sonny. Oh, press the wrong button. Press the wrong. Supposed to change the view, not the flipping speed. Okay, we've got past. We've got past. At 16 speed by mistake. Let's watch it properly.
What happened there? Watch this. We're looking at Lando
So we set the move up. We got the DRS. We forced him a little bit wide there. Power early. Get on the power. Coming up to the Villeneuve chicane. Inside to outside, and we got the move done before that corner there, which meant that we made it stick. The team go wild in the garage, and Lando Norris is back up to P2 when we all thought he was done for. That is good news indeed. And that means there's that little bit of a roadblock between Leclerc and Hamilton once again. The orange wall has been re-erected. Voice acting? I don't think so. I don't think my voice is that great. I mean, I'm very self-critical. Maybe I should listen to people. Okay, so we're lap 20. We're lap 20 now, and it's that age-old situation once again, where we have Charles Leclerc trying to pass the McLaren of Lando Norris, and on this occasion he fails to do so, which is a glorious sight. And all this time, Max Verstappen has been an observer in all of this, hasn't he? He's just been looking on, not making a move on anybody. Give us your best Kermit the Frog. Harvest with who? With Hamilton. You know what? Harvesting with Hamilton could be a possibility. We have got plenty of... We have a gap. We could do a lap of harvest, couldn't we? Yeah, do you know what? We'll do it. We'll do a couple of laps of harvest.
Yep.
Because we may need that to defend down the line further in the race. So let's harvest. Right, this is looking pretty close though. Oh, look how this is what he did when he passed us last time. He's going to pass us before the point where that kink happens, which means that he is going to make it, and we switch positions again. Are we in this position now where we're going to continually swap-a-roo?
Let's get back in the rhythm now.
Back in the rhythm. It's fine. Don't be worried. We'll get him in the next couple of laps when we have DRS on him.
Ferrari advance the race position.
All the while, Hamilton maintaining that pace. We're gonna just back to neutral now, just because Leclerc has passed
So no need to
Norris.
charge the pack.
So if Norris gets back ahead of Leclerc, we'll harvest again with Hamilton. But whilst Leclerc is on the prowl now, we just have to just up the pace with Hamilton again. Okay, we're going to set this up a second time. On the power early. Take this car as wide and as aggressive on the corners as you can. He's taking some strange lines, is Lando here. That's completely at the wrong angle of attack for that corner. Okay, I don't think we're close enough on this occasion. I think we need another lap. Could be wrong, but it seems like a long way to come from to overtake. We have got the momentum. We're going to have to really outbrake him here. He is swinging out wide. But it is indeed a little bit too far. Coming up to the pit strategy window. Lap 24 would be an early stop with Hamilton. Kind of do want to stop early with him. But it depends where he would come out. If he comes out in traffic, it would not be great. We seem to be a little bit closer, so we're going to go push, we're going to go attack. Tyre wear situation, we're bang on target for the tyre wear, so...
Maximum pace.
I think the reason why we are taking a strange line is because he's defending against Verstappen, actually. Rather than focusing on attacking him, he's focusing on defending against him. Right, we're closer, I believe, this time, but I still don't think we're close enough. Some decent pace there, though. But again, yeah, it's definitely not close enough. Let's just see if we get a bit more. See if we get a bit of a momentum out of this corner, because this corner is also possible to pass on. This chicane here. Do we get a bit of a look? Do we get a bit of a peak here? No, which means we go back to normal for now. 3.4 is the gap. That gap is not coming down anywhere near quick enough for Leclerc to make any sort of major inroads to Hamilton there. If we take a look at Hamilton's pit window, how do we pit? I've forgotten how we pit. There you go, pit options. Where would we come out? 12th. Right into traffic, which we can't afford. We cannot afford to come out into traffic, so we can't come in early. We have to extend until some of these people pit. Otherwise, we're going to get slowed down. But it's fine. I mean, if Leclerc pits, which he's not doing right now. Lando's obviously taken more out of his tyres because we've been attacking. So second, third and fourth are all separated by less than a second, as they have been for the entirety of this race. Hamilton, that early push on the ERS by mistake to break that 1 second was literally a stroke of genius, really. It's broke him free of this, because if he was in this train, he would not be able to pull away. But he's managed to get that gap, which has helped for him to eke out per lap a bit of time each time on Lando, which has given him this breathing. This 3.6 second gap could be the pivotal gap that wins him this race. An undercut with Lando is definitely doable. He's got worse tyre wear. So would have to come in earlier anyway. If we were going to undercut with Lando, we should probably undercut him now, I would suggest. Which would bring him out into 12th position. Again, 12th position would probably be right about here. Right out here. We need to clear Ocon if we can. Oh, and look at that. We're back on pace again. We're back on pace. I'm actually going to push. We can't actually, can we? If we can clear Ocon, we've got an 8-second gap to Alonso. So that would, coming out in 10th would be absolutely perfect. Hamilton could come out in 10th now, surely. He's saying estimated 12th again, but he's like 3 seconds further forward, so unless I'm misreading that, I don't understand. Bringing in Lando now. I think we're going to risk it with him. I think we've got more to... We gain more points for finishing second than we lose from third to second. We gain 3 points, right? 25, 18, 15. I think it's 15, 12. I think it's 3 points either way, to be honest. But I think it's worth the risk. We're going to undercut. I'll try to undercut with Lando, which means we're going to push. We're going to push.
Stay close.
At least it'll give us an idea of where Hamilton's going. Oh, look at that! Oh no, this is not good. We need to come out ahead of him. But he's going to have a DRS on us. Ignore that for now.
So we're stuck in the pit lane now.
Go! Oh no, you idiot! In real life, we would not have held for that. We'd have released. It's like, we're not holding for that. Screw that. And we've got ahead of Ocon. No, we haven't. We haven't got ahead of Ocon, which is exactly what we wanted to do. That's not grand. That is not grand at all. Right, Hamilton, push, and push. Hammer time. This is the traditional hammer time now. So Hamilton will come ahead of all of those cars, because if Lando was brought back into that pack, Hamilton was 3.5 seconds up the road. We're stuck now, and whilst we're stuck, whilst we're stuck behind this little situation, Max Verstappen is pulling away every time. Okay, we should have come in this lap with Hamilton, I think. We've got a bit of a gap though, so it's not the end of the world. I think Leclerc's going to pit now. Yeah, it's going to undercut. It's going to put him closer to us. I think we should have pit there, to be honest. Could have screwed this up a little bit.
Leclerc has pitted.
Who's messaging me, for God's sake? So one more lap for Hamilton. Let's bring him in now before we forget again. Norris is not going to get past because they've got DRS. We're in a really bad mire here, unless we can get past. We got past one. No, we haven't. Push, attack. Oh, for God's sake! Come on, Lando. Come on. This is severely hampering us. They're on hard tyres, so they're not coming in anytime soon either. We were on mediums, don't forget, so... Okay, Ocon is on mediums, so he should be pitting in a second too. Get out of the flipping way! You bastard! Move!
Doing a good job so far.
Okay, so Hamilton is in the pits.
Big lift.
Leclerc is the man to watch here. Verstappen and Leclerc both pitted now. Verstappen is just slightly out of the DRS of Leclerc. Leclerc is going to gain on Hamilton. Where is he going to come out here? Because Hamilton, of course, a lap later, undercut by Leclerc, should put him closer to Hamilton It does put him closer to Hamilton. Hamilton's going to have to move his backside. I don't want to be in the DRS of Leclerc if we can help it. A couple of laps of pushing will be ideal. Looks like we still maintain 3.5 seconds. That's not bad. We've got past Ocon with Lando now, which is cool. But we've lost 4 seconds to Leclerc and Verstappen. 4 seconds by being held in the pits and then held by traffic. That was just unfortunate timing. But never mind. What can you do? So look at the draw, and sometimes. Damn and blastation. I don't think we're catching these two now. I may be wrong. We might catch. I doubt it though. And Hamilton 3.8 to Leclerc. We're going to turn down now. Get into a rhythm. Get into the routine. And see where it takes us. Riding on board with the World Championship leader as it currently stands, and he's not doing his World Championship credentials any harm in this race, is he? Could be another race victory, which will extend his points lead at the top if things stay as they are, and he seems to have it under some degree of control. Touch wood. He seems to be actually pulling away from Leclerc at the moment. The issue we've got is we've got 2 squabbling cars here on hard tyres that I doubt will be pitting anytime soon. And that could well slow us down. So we are gaining a very fast rate here on Ricciardo and Perez. They need to get out of our way. They need to pit and get the hell out of our way. This is not we're not lapping them. They won't be having blue flags waved at them. They're battling for position, and we're going to be caught up in this unless they get out of our way, and they're not looking like they're pitting anytime soon. So this is a major issue for us here. Not at this precise moment, but with the next, I'd say, next 2 laps. This could well be a problem. Getting past these 2 cars. And I don't think Perez is going to want to do us any favours, is he, considering that his teammate is behind us. Verstappen is looking mightily close to Leclerc. Looks like there was a bit of an overtake attempt there by Verstappen. Verstappen has been a passenger for this entire race so far. Now he's beginning to smell maybe a race victory. My remote control seems to be running out of life. Oh, gosh. Okay, curtains drawn, lights on, let's go. So whilst I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to have cherry cake and custard. Because that's going to be better than a butterfly bun, isn't it? If you're going to have a really bad day when it comes to food, you might as well go the whole hog. Why do it in half measures? So, yeah. Right, Hamilton is at the back of this now. We have got a 4.3 gap to Leclerc. It's important that we orchestrate a move here. So we're going to use our excess fuel. We're going to use our decent tyre wear. And we're going to try to get past these 2 as quickly as possible. Because if we don't, Leclerc will catch us. And that is not good. The worst scenario is us struggling to get past. And then finally getting past. And then these guys pitting right before Leclerc gets past them, because that means that Leclerc hasn't lost any time and we have. The ideal situation is for us to get past quickly, and Leclerc struggles to get past. We need to get past. Come on, Lewis. Come on now. Make it count. Got to make it count here. You've got to make it count. I mean, pit would be nice. No, right, we've got to get past now then. We've got to get past right now. Right now! These blasted cars. Don't ease up. Pull inside and pass. Oh my god. This is agonizingly painful. Oh, come on. Come on, get past. Right, round the outside. There you go. There you go. That'll work. That'll work. Come on. Power down. Power down. Oh, Russell's blocking us off. Oh, it's Ricciardo. Sorry, not Russell. Yeah, this is not good. This is really not good. This could be race defining, in fact. Okay, this is really annoying me. I'm gonna put my face through the screen. Move out the way! Yes, Leclerc is flying towards us because these idiots are driving at the speed of snails. This is the trouble. Well, I don't know. In real life, we surely would have been passed by now. Our tyres are much fresher, so we would have got past. I'm sure. AI really sucks at getting past slower cars. So cars on the wrong tyre can't get past. Okay, now we make a move. Oh, you better put your foot down, man. Do not let him get back past you. Do not. Do not. No. No. Perez, get lost. No.
This is awesome work.
Right, we should get Perez. We should get Ricciardo, sorry, on the DRS straight now.
And McLaren with a great
We
overtake.
need Leclerc to get stuck behind both of these cars when we get past. We really do. Do not even dare go in the pits now. You dare. Right, go. Past. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. Go. Go, 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 go. 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 Flipping go. There we go. Right. Leclerc.
Hot and temp's just going to need some lift and coast.
We need to pull away now. We need to pull away whilst Leclerc gets hampered by him.
McLaren gain a position.
Norris is indeed falling away from Verstappen. We've lost the benefit of the DRS and they are faster in race pace, so Norris is destined for P4 here. It could be worse though, because Sainz, don't forget, Sainz wasn't that far behind. And he is going to be on the faster tyre at the end of this race. Sainz could be a risk to Norris. Right, this is where we need to make the gap count. Yeah, don't even do it. Don't even do it. There you go, block him off. Lewis has to pull away, but we can't afford to burn through any more of the modes at the moment. So we could really just do with hoping that Leclerc gets blocked off by these two for at least another couple of laps. Just another couple of laps of being slowed down by these two would reinstall that 3-second gap. Can Lando harvest?
You have fastest lap.
He could harvest, but it's not really gonna... Mind you, don't forget, they're getting blocked off by these two now, which brings us back into play. Let's just have a little bit of pushing here, because they're getting slowed down by this little train. And if that puts us back into DRS, we're back in the game. Come on, go. Go, go, go. 4 seconds. We've gained a second in a lap. We need... That's it. So, that's it. That's it. You just block them off. So Lewis is beginning to get that gap again now. But now, look at that. 3.2. We're gaining really quickly here. We are catching back up to Verstappen now. Now, it's not going to help us massively because we're in the situation that Verstappen was in the first stint, and that is we're going to be at the back of that train, which means that we can't pass Verstappen because Verstappen gets DRS on Leclerc, therefore it makes it more tricky. But it just brings us into the picture, gives us potential options. We might even be able to harvest, to chance harvesting, and conserve, and maybe make a mad dash at the end of the race. Possibly, we'll try something different with him. Fastest lap for Lando. He can smell a podium position. 118.1. Leclerc still stuck behind the Mercedes of Ricciardo, which is perfect. Thank God we got past when we did. Now we're going to turn this... I said we're going to turn this down, but I don't think we are. I think we're going to continue to push. I think we can actually afford to turn this down now.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from
Yeah,
now.
we can afford to turn this down now.
Okay, yeah, confirm.
So we are on the back of this train. So when we catch up to the back of this train, we can afford to harvest and conserve because we know that Perez and Ricciardo are really slow. So even us conserving now, when we get into the DRS mode, I think, when we get to DRS range, even us conserving, going really light, not harvesting, we'll probably still be able to keep up. So this will be a chance for us to recharge all of our toys here, which we can then unleash a bit later in the race when the tyres are going off. Right, we've got DRS, have we? I think we might have been just outside on this. Oh no, we've got it now. We've got it now, so we're going to be gaining. Right, let's start to save tyres, conserve fuel. We'll just do it a couple of bits at a time. We're not going to do everything turned off, but just keep an eye on the gap here. 0.9. So we are losing time. So we can only afford possibly to do one thing at a time. Oh no, 0.8. Okay, 0.8. Just got to be careful that we don't. Oh, 0.6. That's good. That's good. So yeah, they are going so slow that we can afford to turn down here. So now this is going to hopefully help us in the long run. Let's even harvest. Let's even harvest. Let's go
And recharge on is okay, please.
Let's recharge everything we can possibly recharge right now. Let's use this situation to our advantage. 5 second get to Hamilton increasing. 5 seconds and increasing. This could be race defining. Well, it is. This is race defining. It could have gone their way, but it went our way, which is very, very fortunate. 0.9 seconds, 0.96, 0.93, crossing the line. DRS will be enabled for us, and we're conserving here.
That is fastest lap.
Fastest lap for Hamilton now. We're trading fastest laps between our two drivers. 118.0. Okay, so the DRS. Leclerc still behind those two cars. We're still conserving. There was supposed to be a fix on these kind of shenanigans a long time ago. It's a clear AI issue with cars struggling to pass cars on slower tyres, wrong tyres, outlaps, or cars on outlaps when you're on your hot lap in qualifying. Can't get past when you come to a corner. Just yeah, that's if I was to be honest, the biggest bugbear of mine with this game. I've got a few other little minor gripes with it, but this is the biggest bugbear of mine. Is this type of the inability of the cars to overtake cars that are much slower than them. It's just outrageously bad. But it is what it is. It doesn't affect our cars as badly because we can manually use our modes more effectively than the AI does, and science has run wide, which is going to help Norris. So like we got past with Hamilton because we turned everything up, you see. Whereas I'm sure the AI probably wouldn't do that. So that's why we can get through a bit more effectively when we need to. Excuse me. So let's have a look at Norris's tyre life. It's beginning to even out, which is quite cool. And the fuel, we've got 0.3 kgs in hand now. Looks like the hard tired runners are beginning to come in now, so we've not got much more time to recharge these things. Maybe another lap or two. Another driver's locked up. Competitors run wide.
They've locked up and gone
Oh,
straight on.
it's a Vesti. Where is Vesti? 19th position. Leclerc is stalking Perez. Leclerc has got past Ricciardo. Good spot. And he'll get past Perez now. He'll get past Perez because he's got DRS and Perez doesn't. Surely. Surely he'll do it now. Will he do it now? No, he won't. And we are coming up to the back of Verstappen. Still waiting patiently. Leclerc surely won't be behind Perez for much longer now. We're very happy with we've got the full deployment, so we're going to go neutral now there. Continue to save the tyre life, save the fuel. This may or may not help us. But the good thing about this, folks, is potentially if Leclerc does get past Perez, he'll break the DRS of Verstappen. So if we stay within the DRS of Verstappen, Verstappen won't have DRS to defend against us. We'll have our toys. We might be able to get past. So this actually could doubly work out in our favour here. Because these two cars are going to be pitting very shortly to release. And it looks like Leclerc has got past Perez already before the corner. So now he's going to be pulling away from Verstappen. So we need these cars to come into the pits now. 44 and 45. We need these cars in the pits probably within the next 2 laps before Leclerc gets too far ahead. Because we ain't getting past right now. Verstappen's not looking like he's getting past right now. So we need these cars to pit right now. We've even got a back marker in the way. And as we're looking like we're going to go on the outside of Verstappen here, we need to make this stick. We need to go right now. Strike while the iron is hot here. Oh, bloody hell. What a flipping farce. Back marker got in the way. Carnage could have happened there.
Big lifts.
Absolute carnage waiting to happen. What's happening? Nope, still no pits for Ricciardo or Perez. Leclerc is pulling away as you would expect. 11 seconds to Hamilton with 21 laps to go. You've got to say that is not a doable gap. Lewis is in the DRS of Sainz right now, which obviously Sainz needs to pit, so this really is... we should overtake without micromanagement. His tyres are shot to bits. They're 44%. We should be able to pass without micromanagement at this point. So we don't need to do anything with him. I'm saying that. I'm hoping we don't. But there is a back marker in the way. But that should be fine. Lots of fuel. Tyres looking good with Norris. We've already passed. We're already passed before we've even got to the DRS here. Passed on the chicane. Job well done, Mr. Hamilton. So Leclerc is...
with a great overtake.
We don't need to see that. Okay, so they're coming in now, which means that Perez and Ricciardo could be coming in too. So we're going to turn up the juice now with Lando.
Maximum pace.
If these guys pull into the pits, that releases us to attack Verstappen. But they don't. Okay, well, another lap of conservatives then. For now. I'm just worried that Leclerc is pulling away from this little scrap right now, and 3 seconds is a lot of time to make up even with full pushing. You need these guys to get the hell out of the way very soon. This lap, ideally, I think we can get past Verstappen. I think we can get past Verstappen. We've conserved our tyres quite nicely. If you look at the tyre life, we've got 1% more tyre life. Okay. But we did come in the pits earlier than him, so that's put us back on an even keel, really, with the tyre life. But we've got more ability to push than he will do, I'm sure. We could conserve or harvest a little bit more with the ERS, but you can't go higher than 100%, so what do we cross the line with? Okay, are they going? They're going. Both of them are going. They've released us. Right, we're going now. We're going now. Okay, we're off skis. So this is it. We've got to unleash the pace. So initially what we need to do is get into the DRS range of Verstappen. We don't want to be constantly using this. We want to use this a bit more, quite strategically, if we can. 5 seconds to Leclerc. That is a very big gap. We've got back markers as well that could come into effect. But we are gaining on Verstappen, so now is the time to make it stick, including use of deployment methods if necessary. So we're going to try without deployment, because it would be good to use deployment to break the DRS of Verstappen rather than use it to get past, because as we've seen on this track, when it comes to deployment, you kind of reach a point where you can't go any faster than the car in front of you, so it kind of isn't as effective. So we need to be passing and then use that instead to pull away on the twisty bit of the track. Right, so let's see. We've got a decent gap now, momentum and down into the corner. I'm going to go full attack on this one. Fastest lap for Norris. He's on the hunt, a 1:17.3. That is a very quick lap. Right, let's just see where we're going here. Up the inside. Deployment now? No, I don't think so. We ain't going to pass now in the rest of this lap, so we're going to turn down for now. We do have back markers in the way. Is that a back marker? Is that a Mercedes we're catching again? Or is it an Aston Martin? Alfa Romeo? What car is that? Right. Let's try again. We really want to be passing this Haas before the DRS zone, otherwise Verstappen gets DRS from the back marker, so that's good, passing it. Oh, you flipping idiot! What a stupid ninny. Right, we're not going to pass on this lap because we screwed up with the back marker there, so we're going to have to catch up again. This is quite the orchestration, is this, isn't it? You've got to orchestrate this move somehow, some way to make it work. Right, there we go again. DRS to gain on this lap. Okay, Chris, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy your trip to your family. Perez gets the fastest lap of the race now on them fresh tyres. We're definitely much closer now, so...
Tires again hot. A firm.
A firm. Not hot enough, Lewis. Calm down. Right, now we are much closer. So if we can start to begin to get ourselves ready here. Push again. attack on the tyres from now. Maybe even a dose of deployment too, just to make sure. We are as close as we are going to get to the rear wing of this car. Pass now. Pull out. Pull out and pass. Pull out and pass. Pull out and pass. We're passing. We're passing. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Right, aggressive. Keep deployment. Keep pushing. Let's break that toe. Let's break that DRS now. We need to be breaking that DRS get to more than a second ahead. That's exactly why we conserved. The strategy is working so far. We've got a Ferrari that's 5.6 seconds up the road. Probably not going to make that, but we're going to give it a damn good go. As Lando Norris is on the charge. We've broke the second. Right, we broke the second. We're going to keep pushing on the engine. 4.6. Fastest lap of the race. 116.5. That's a whole like 8/10 faster than the previous fastest lap. .95. So without the DRS, without the ERS rather, we might not be quite fast enough still. And we've got two back markers in the way coming up, which will probably slow us down. But if we catch them at the right spot, we might get DRS from them. So it could be helpful. We get close enough. So 4.8. Yeah, we're not close enough. I don't think. Yeah, we can't be anywhere near close enough there. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to continue to push. We've not got much left on the ERS. The tyres we've pushed quite hard. So yeah, 4.7 seconds is the gap. 1.8 to Verstappen. So we're pulling away slightly there. That's promising. That's good for the podium finish. But in terms of catching that Ferrari, I think it's maybe a stretch too far. But hey, we've given it a damn good go. As the back marker pulls away, out of our way. Come on, see if we can get, can we, no, still not going to be close enough to get the DRS from this back marker. Just a little dose of DRS down the straight would be quite handy. 2 seconds of gap to Verstappen. He's past the back marker now. 4.8 to Leclerc. Is that a what do they call them? Alpine. Is that an Alpine? Not catching massively fast, are we? Must be an Alpine and not a Williams. Is it Ocon? No. Can't be Alonso. Must be a Williams. It is. It's Mick Schumacher. Right, we're going to use a bit more DRS deployment, I think. Because we'll get DRS and we should get... we're going to use it, sorry, use the ERS. We should get DRS if we cross that DRS line within a second of him, and we are doing that. So we'll get deployment and DRS, which will give us a nice speed boost down this straight. There we go, full speed ahead. Back to neutral there. 4.4 seconds, so we are using that to our advantage here. Bit of tactical deployment, so we've brought the gap down to 4 seconds. Raised the gap to Verstappen to 3. Still got further pushing to do there. 4.1. I think that's probably as close as we're going to get, to be honest with you. I'm going to two-speed this from here because I don't think we're going to catch Leclerc here. This is the first race that Leclerc has been quick, so we're not concerned about Leclerc in this title race. The Red Bull's clearly, or the Red Bull of Verstappen at least, is clearly the quickest car at the moment, I would say, overall. Although you wouldn't picture that from this race for whatever reason. He's I think traffic has not helped him in this particular race, being stuck behind that little train of cars. Leclerc, for whatever reason, has found his groove in this race. But you know, race by race, these things change. So just because he's not on the pace today doesn't mean he won't be lighting the times on fire in the next race in Azerbaijan. So Hamilton out in front, as he has been for the entirety of this race from the first lap after he took over 2 cars to get the lead. He has controlled this race from the front, and there is 10 laps to go after this one for him to see it out to get his second victory of the season, extend his lead at the top of the table, and really stamp his authority on this championship. Norris, if he can bring this car home into third position on the podium, it would be a very, very good result for the team in terms of the constructors' title. It keeps his hopes alive for the title too. He is slipping further and further away behind Hamilton, I suppose, but he did win the last race, don't forget, in Australia. So he's been. Oh no! I've cursed him! Commentator's curse has struck before our very eyes! Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do it?
Lando, are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I don't believe it! I do not believe it! He's got half a wing. He's still driving round though. Oh God. He can't drive with half a wing. Well, I'm not going to pit him because if we're going to lose too much time, we might as well see if we can drive around with half a wing. Oh, he's pulling out of the way, isn't he? Oh my God, can't we retire the car? Retire the car. We ain't going to get any points. We're going to have to pit for a new wing. We're going to put us way down the field. Just retire the car, mate. Retire the car, pal. Oh, save the parts. The engine wear and all that. You utter idiot. Oh. Do not believe it. Right, Hamilton, just go steady. Just go nice and steady, okay? Steady Eddie. Right, yeah, about brake cooling. Let's get some brake cooling quickly. Oh boy. Never mind. These things happen. I hope it doesn't happen too often. You don't want to be chucking too many points away in this title fight. It's too close for those kind of faux pas. Oh, bloody hell, fine. Anyway. He'd have got an extra point for fastest lap of the race as well, so not anymore. $45 points thrown away. 45? Oh, the reigning World Championship crashed out from first and second in the last two races. Oh God. That's horrific. You'd be absolutely. Can you imagine doing that? The mental torture you'd probably put yourself through after doing that. I mean, I absolutely kick myself if we lose a game of football and I know I've played bad. At least for a couple of days, I'm absolutely mortified. I'm still mortified that we lost last week. Well, what happened was we had to play 2 games because we missed a week. So the first game we played pretty decent. We won 4-5-0. And I was like, right, I'm going to just play nice and steady in this first game because the second game was against a team that I used to play for before I moved 2 seasons ago. And I'd played with them for 6-7 years. So it was going to be up for the game. Right, we're going to play the team that I used to play for, and we're top of the table. So we need to keep winning because the team behind us is only 2 points behind us, so we can't really afford to lose. Otherwise, they'll leapfrog us and go ahead of us by a point. So we've got to keep winning. So we won the first game, happy day. Second game, half an hour break. Then the second game, half an hour after that. And I was just knackered after the first game, and we all played rubbish. And we lost 4-1. So clearly we lost because the other team were really, really up for it, and we were fatigued after the first match. So it's like, oh God, it was horrendous. So it's bad enough losing to anybody, but losing to the team you used to play for, got double kick in the teeth. So I think we're now going to be second and we've missed this week now as well. So we're going to have to play 2 games again later in the season, which anyway, it is what it is. 8.8 seconds is the gap to Leclerc. It's coming down, but not very quickly. Verstappen's gap to Leclerc 9 seconds. Sainz is actually caught up to Verstappen here. So Verstappen's day could go from bad to worse as Sainz will have DRS on the Red Bull of Verstappen. He's on he put a set of soft tyres on his pit stop. He went on from hard tyres onto softs. No wonder he caught up so quickly to Verstappen, and he's passing Verstappen on those soft tyres with DRS open. He's got 2 more laps to make these 33% worn tyres last, which is going to be difficult because they're going to fall off the cliff pretty. After 30%, they lose their performance significantly. It's going to be touch and go, and Verstappen will have 1 lap to repass Carlos Sainz here down the DRS straight. Let's have a look and ride on board with Verstappen as
1 more lap.
We'll go on to normal speed for the final lap. So yeah, all these people went onto soft tyres towards the end, giving them an absolute charge towards the finish. Will Verstappen get past Sainz? This is his last chance because he's probably going to not pass throughout the rest of this lap. Will he pass here? If he passes here, this could determine the podium finish. Sainz is going to have to block him off. Take your car left. Take your car right. Left again. He's manoeuvred through the Tamburello chicane. Just one more chicane here. This is the only other opportunity. Well, there's the other chicane up at the hill, but it's unlikely that Verstappen is going to pass here. His tyres are 44% worn in themselves. They're not exactly fresh as daisies, are they? Carlos Sainz could have just caused a right upset here. The Ferraris, who have been looking off the pace all season, I say all season, this is the 4th race of the season, but nonetheless, every race this season, they have looked slower than the Red Bulls, and all of a sudden now, this race in their home country, although they're not winning, they have finished ahead of both of the Red Bulls, which will be a step forward for them, and I'm sure they'd probably take it. As Hamilton crosses the line, race victory. We didn't see it live, but we knew it was. He just quietly went about his business. But look at this, nip and tuck right to the line. We've got Sainz and Verstappen finishing less than a second apart. Tyres about to drop off the car, but yeah, fantastic for the Ferraris. This is great for the championship because Verstappen is our nearest championship rival right now. So he's dropped further points, finishing in 4th, picking up only 12 points. We pick up 25, 13 points gained on our championship rival. Can't say we're too unhappy about that. Was that the team who left because of bad behaviour? Yeah, that was the trigger. That was the trigger.
This is a result truly worthy of a champion.
So Lewis Hamilton wins another race, finishes 8.5 seconds ahead in the end of Charles Leclerc, who finishes second. Sainz third, Verstappen dropping in the last 2 laps to go, overtaken by the charging Sainz, which I'm sure he will be absolutely mortified about. Perez in 5th, and we've got the Russell and Ricciardo combination of the Mercedes in 6th and 7th. Mercedes step behind the top 3 teams. Alpine, 2 cars there, 2 cars there, and 2 cars there. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Oh, you just spoilt it, Kevin Magnussen. So yeah, let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton is now 19 points ahead of Max Verstappen, which is fantastic. Lando Norris, clearly scoring no points today, is a further 14 points back in 3rd position. And yeah, look at that. We've got the Ferraris 49 and 43 points respectively there. Perez down in 6th position on the Red Bull. Constructors' title, 3 points gained on Red Bull, or 3 points pulling away from Red Bull, stretching that lead at the top of the table, so that lead now stands at 33 points. Ferrari down in 3rd position. The Constructors' Champions of last season have got a lot of work to do, albeit they scored the most points here today. I think I've got experience points that I forgot to put into both of these drivers after the last session, so I'll have to do that now before I forget to do it again. Memorabilia room updated. Oh, it's Miami next. I thought it was Azerbaijan. Right, car development. Oh, new ETR period. Monthly car development report. Things are going well for the car. We know that. April finances looking good, are they? Cost cap. We are going to be below it this season. I would have suggested monthly balance. We've gained 3 months, 3 millions this month. And congratulations aboard, very happy. Right, let's have a look at this. I thought we had maybe a point to put with Lando. We do. I'm going to put it into his weakest stat. No, I'm going to put it into his reaction. Improve his pace. Hopefully he won't have to defend too much, because he'll be out ahead and cruising. Who knows? Right, anyway, that's 11 more days to the race weekend. We've got nothing else to do with the car until we get our next projects done. And, oh, the front wing will be done in 11 days. Will we be able to put it on the car in time with an emergency build? Maybe. Front wing is low stock. Because Lando broke one, but we might be getting a new one very shortly, so I'm not going to buy one. Yeah, look, front wing design complete. So if we go emergency, hang on folks, hang on just a second. The way to finish the session is nigh. So if we look at the cars, we look at the car analysis. Let's have a look at the stats. So 19th and 19th. This was 15th and 17th. So why it's gone to 19th and 19th all of a sudden, I do not know. But top 17th and 10th. And then 17th and 16th. Let's see what happens when we put a new wing on, shall we? Go to the warehouse, go to the front wing. So this is our final front wing for now. We're going to manufacture those on emergency. We're going to go 3 for an emergency for the race weekend, and we're going to manufacture 1 regular paste at 1 as well. So that should give us 4 by the end, after the race weekend, but 3 for the race weekend. We can afford 1 blunder. Let's put that on both cars, and let's now go back to the performance of the cars and see what that does for us. It moved us up to 9th acceleration. Did it improve brake cooling? I think it might have done, because I'm sure we... or did it? I don't know. It's not improved our top speed by any stretch. Okay, so there you go. Still work to do here. Right, but anyway, I think it's going to help, isn't it? Let's go to the car parts development again. So we can now design a new project, which we'll have to do straight away now. Don't waste any time. Underfloor is 14 days, rear wing. So we need to think of a part to design now that's not an underfloor, that's not a rear wing, that's going to help with our top speed. So I'm thinking maybe chassis, side pods, maybe, something like that for the next design project. So we'll get to that in the next session. I'll let you know what I've done. But yeah, next race is in Miami. Right, it is quite early, it's 20:09, but I don't really think we've got time to do another full race weekend, certainly not a race, by the time I've messed around with practice and qualifying. So we are going to have to finish the stream here, a bit shorter today. But what's the most outrageous piece of skill you have seen during your time playing football? Oh, that's a tough question. Because I've played with some very good people, including semi-professionals, but some semi-professionals keep things very simple. Lots of back-heeled scored goals, really outrageously back-heeled scored goals. Quite a few, to be fair. I didn't see it, but bearing in mind its head height, somebody had witnessed somebody basically flick the ball up and volley it and score, which is quite an achievement in five-a-side when you can't kick the ball over head height. But yeah, outrageous. I don't know. No score. Yeah, that's because you can't kick it over head height. You're kind of limited in what you can actually do, aren't you? Really, I suppose. But yeah, lots of people with quick feet, that's for sure. Step overs galore and little drag backs and little side flicks and all these kind of things. But yeah, apart from that, yeah. Anyway, I've got a date with some cherry cake and custard. All right. So yeah, next session is going to be Sunday. Because I'm out all day Saturday, I'm working tomorrow and going out tomorrow night, so no recorded sessions either. So next session will be Sunday, which will be either CK2, but it will probably be Contraband Police. CK2 returning on Monday as in its usual slot, I would suggest. But yeah, have a good weekend, folks. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and hopefully see some of you on Sunday for some more Contraband Police. But yes, for now, it's time for some sweet treats. Till next time, I'll see you soon.